A scene of panic, people running through the streets of Prague, a mass shooting at a university in the middle of the city in the middle of the afternoon. Dramatic video appears to show people jumping to safety from an upper balcony. Another image shows students climbing out of classroom windows, hiding precariously on a ledge several stories up. Down below, a man was frantically texting with his daughter, who was inside the building.
And I was giving their instruction, like not to be next to the window, lay down, barricade the door.
He describes a stampede as students and staff made their escape, some with hands on their heads, others holding onto the shoulders in front of them, single file.
Informaci o tom, že
Police say the gunman was a 24-year-old philosophy student at the university with no criminal record. Investigators believe he shot and killed his father in a nearby village before heading to Prague, saying he wanted to take his own life. The young man's own lifeless body was later found on campus. It's not clear whether he was killed by police or himself. The Czech interior minister is calling this shooting an unprecedented and insane act. Officials are working on the theory this shooter was also responsible for the deaths of a man and his baby daughter last week in a forest outside Prague. Police say they have reason to believe this shooting may have been inspired by a similar mass shooting in Russia.
At the very least in the Czech Republic, this is an opportunity to look back and say, where could we as a society have intervened earlier?
This expert says access to firearms is only one piece of the puzzle.
But we know that if individuals who are motivated to do harm will find other means to do that. And so thinking about what is it from a social context that actually contributes to the outcome.
And Tanya, word tonight that this horrific tragedy could have been even worse.
That's right, Asha. Police tonight saying they discovered a huge arsenal of weapons at the university and that the number of victims would have been many times greater had officers not moved in when they did. Now, this kind of attack does seem to be rare in Europe, even though many people do own guns there. The Czech Republic itself, for example, has more than 1 million registered weapons in a country of just 10 million people. Its gun laws are relatively liberal, but they do have measures like mandatory safety courses, for example, to get a gun license. And in this case, we know the shooter was a legal holder of firearms. Asha?
All right, Tanya, thank you.
You bet.